Good afternoon. Today we will start MBA second year semester 4 marketing group मध्ये consumer behavior हा जो सब्जेक्ट आहे आपण तो स्टडी करणार आहोत. तर फर्स्ट आहे फर्स्ट युनिट इंट्रोडक्शन्स टू कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर हा चॅप्टर आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये सेकंड कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर म्हणजे ग्राहकांचं वर्तन कसं असावं मार्केट प्लेसमध्ये या संदर्भात आपण ह्या सब्जेक्टमध्ये स्टडी करणार आहोत. आता कन्झ्युमर म्हणजे जो त्या ठिकाणी बाय करतो त्याला कन्झ्युमर असं म्हणतात. तर फर्स्ट आपण इंट्रोडक्शन टू कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर, सेकंड युनिटमध्ये सिग्निफिकेशन्स, टार्गेटिंग अँड पोझिशनिंग हा पाठ पाहणार आहोत. थर्ड युनिटमध्ये कन्झ्युमर मोटिवेशन्स, फोर्थ पर्सनॅलिटी ऑफ कन्झ्युमर, फिफ्थ प्रिस्क्रिप्शन्स अँड कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर, युनिट 6 कन्झ्युमर लर्निंग, युनिट 7 ॲटिट्यूड फॉर्मेशन्स अँड चेंज, युनिट 8 मध्ये आपण पर्सुडिंग कन्झ्युमर, 9 युनिट्समध्ये आपण ॲडव्हर्टायझिंग अँड सोशल मीडिया, 10 युनिट्स जे आहे ते रेफरन्स ग्रुप्स अँड वर्ड ऑफ माउथ चा पाठ पाडणार आहे. त्याच्यानंतर फॅमिली अँड सोशल स्टँडिंग, कल्चर अँड कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर, सब कल्चर अँड क्रॉस कल्चर, कन्झ्युमर डिसिजन्स making and diffusion of innovations, marketing ethics and social responsibilities, and consumer research. हे आपण सेकंड जो आपला मार्केटिंग ग्रुप मधला जो पार्ट आहे कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर याचा कोड आहे त्या ठिकाणी MKG 401 हा सब्जेक्ट आहे. तर आपण फर्स्ट जे पाहतो फर्स्ट चॅप्टर जो आहे आपला इंट्रोडक्शन्स to consumer behavior. In this unit, first objective, evaluations of marketing concept tools for implementing marketing strategies. Second objective, value delivered to consumer and their retentions. Third, role of internet and other technologies. Fourth, describe consumer value, customer satisfactions, and customer retentions. Consumer behavior as an interdisciplinary area. The, in this unit, explain the evolutions of the marketing concept, marketing strategy for the satisfy the needs of consumer and societal marketing concept. This unit also explains the role of internet and other technology in increasing the transactions among buyers and sellers. The concept of value, satisfactions, and retentions are explained with respect to the variety of consumer. First, evaluations of marketing. What is meant by marketing? Marketing means marketing is an activity and set of institutions and process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offering that have value for consumers, clients, partners, and society at large. In this line, marketers need to understand the consumer behavior for creating, communicating, and delivering the value. The meaning of value differs with respect to the individuals and groups. Consumer behavior can be defined as activities people undertaken when obtaining, consuming, and disposing of products and service in providing and detailing. First, obtaining. Obtaining means activities leading up to and including the purchase or receipt of a product. Consuming, how, where, when, and under what circumstance consumer use products. And disposing means how consumers get rid of products and package. Literature also indicates that consumer behavior may be defined as a field study. The focus on consumer activities, consumers analysis is discussed as why and how people use product in additions to why and how the buy. Next point, innovations of marketing concept, production concept. It is a business approach proposed by Henry Ford's opinions in this concept production concept. Consumer will buy the product based on its availability at lower price. Main focus of this approach is to achieve economics of scale. Second, product concept. As consumer need become central to the company's marketing strategies, company has started focusing on the product improvement and offer more and more versions, and features. Main focus of this concept is consumer will buy the product which delivers them highest quality. Selling concept. Imagine the situations in which companies can invest a lot in product development. Still, consumer may or may not buy the product. In this concept, it is believed that consumer will buy the product only when he or she was pursued to do so. This approach does not consider the consumer satisfactions but the various sales promotional activities. Next, marketing concept. After looking at the shortcomings of all the previous concepts, companies have started adopting marketing concept. In this concept, companies tries to satisfy the consumer, create and deliver the value and retain the consumers. Implementing the marketing concept require a proper research uh, from the company side to understand the consumer needs. Company should do consumer research, market segmentations, and should use proper combinations to product, price, place, and promotion to deliver the value to consumers targeted at consumer satisfactions and retention. Uh, Consumer behavior and marketing. Following change can be observed in the approach of marketers towards consumer. Marketing-oriented firms are focused on consumer certifications and retentions, shifting for supply to demand. This shows the change in focus from the supply product to certain demand for the product. Producer determine what consumer will purchase before making change and or editing a product from its offering. Next, from manufacturing to selling, it shows the change in focus from how to manufacture goods to how to sell goods. It becomes partial in nature when production increased more quickly than products were purchased. From selling to marketing, which shows the change in focus from selling products to the marketing of products. It discusses the change from positions of security following World War II to change by the 1950s, causing the marketing era when selling to consumer became vital to the company. The points is made that Walmart is in the business of buying what people need to consume, not in selling things. Okay. तर याच्यामध्ये आपण कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर अँड मार्केटिंगमध्ये हे जे शिफ्टिंग फ्रॉम सप्लाय डिमांड फ्रॉम मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग फॉर सेलिंग फ्रॉम सेलिंग टू मार्केटिंग तीन फॅक्टर जे आहेत इम्पॉर्टन्स किंवा हे फॅक्टर्स महत्वाचे विचार घेतले जातात नेक्स्ट आहे द अंडरलाईन प्रिन्सिपल्स ऑफ कन्झ्युमर बिहेवियर Underlying principles of the consumer behavior. First is the consumer is origin. The suggestions that consumer behavior is purposeful and goal-oriented, and that the individual consumer may completely ignore the marketers unless that marketers is aware of the importance of the consumer. The consumer is global. It details with the global natures of the marketplace where consumer may purchase from any locations throughout the world. Therefore, consumer behavior must be studied to determine the difference as well as the similarities of consumers. Third, consumers are difficult, consumers are alive. These suggestions market segments must be carefully determined across demographic characteristics and geographical boundaries to focus on similarities within groups of consumers while recognize the difference between groups. Second, consumer research. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण व्हॉट इज मीन बाय कंझ्युमर रिसर्च इन मराठी ग्राहक संशोधन असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. The consumer research means is a process of study the consumer behavior using various tools. It is one of the forms of marketing research in which companies look at search for various informations related to consumer to identify the opportunity and includes problem. Also including the evolutions of marketing strategy with respect to the market. It is called as consumer research. Next, market segmentations, targeting and positions. Basic idea of marketing concept is to identify need to consumer and satisfy that need at the same time. Consumers are difficult from each other, and it is very hard for marketers to deliver product to each consumer with respect to his or her need. For sorting out this issue, marketers try to divide the market into group based or particular on particular characteristics of consumers. Market segmentations is the process of dividing a market into subsets of consumers with common set of needs or characteristics. It is the process of identifying the groups with similar needs that are different from needs of other groups. It can also be defined as dividing heterogeneous market into homogeneous segments based on particular characteristics of consumer. Targeting is selections of segments that company consider consider to purpose. For example, if company segment the market base or the demographic and found that there are four groups 0 to 15, 15 to 45, 46 to 65, and more than 65. The company may decide to purpose either all or few of those segments based on company's marketing objective analysis. Marketing segmentation, targeting segmentation, position. Positioning is the process by which a company creates a This image and identify for its product, service, and brand in consumers' mind. Let us say company target only 15 to 45 years or age of people and want to create a distinct image in the mind of consumer base. For example, Levi's try to claim itself as a young brand and communicate message accordingly to the target segment. Second, the marketing mix. The marketing mix consists of four elements. First is product, second price, for third place, and fourth promotion. म्हणजे 4P जे आहे मार्केटिंग मिक्स जी आहे ती लक्ष ठेवायची. तर त्याच्यामधला फर्स्ट एलिमेंट्स प्रॉडक्ट्समध्ये फीचर्स, डिझाईन्स, ब्रँड, पॅकेजिंग, वॉरंटीज अँड रिटर्न पॉलिसी यांचा समावेश त्या ठिकाणी होतो. म्हणजे कुठलेही प्रॉडक्ट असणार तर त्या प्रॉडक्टचे कुठले फीचर्स आहेत. फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर आपण एखादा सोप घेतला तर त्याच्यामध्ये सोपचा कुठले कुठले कंटेंट्स त्याच्यामध्ये त्या ठिकाणी वापरलेले आहेत. त्याची डिझाईन त्या ठिकाणी त्याचा सेप असेल किंवा कलर असेल, त्याचा डिझाईन असेल, त्याचा ब्रँड कसा आहे, कुठल्या याचा आहे, त्याचं पॅकेजिंग त्या ठिकाणी कसं केलेलं आहे, त्याची वॉरंटी किती मंथ्स त्या ठिकाणी मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग डेट आणि एक्सपायरी डेट जे आहे, त्याच्यानंतर तो किती दिवसात आपण माल हे करू शकतो, अशा अनेक गोष्टी ज्या आहेत त्या प्रॉडक्ट्समध्ये येतात. नेक्स्ट मार्केटिंग मिक्स सेकंड एलिमेंट्स आहे त्या ठिकाणी प्राइस, लिस्ट प्राइस, डिस्काउंट्स, अनाउन्स अँड पेमेंट मेथड, कॅश ऑन डिलिव्हरी. मार्केटिंगमध्ये जी काही प्राइस जी असते ती आपण प्राइसची लिस्ट त्या ठिकाणी किती टक्के त्या ठिकाणी डिस्काउंट दिला, ऑफर त्या ठिकाणी असते, अनाऊन्स केलं जातं 5% ऑफ, 7% ऑफ. त्याच्यानंतर जी पेमेंट जी आहे तुम्ही कॅश पेमेंट केलं तर एवढं तुम्हाला हे होईल. त्याच्यानंतर ऑनलाईन पेमेंट त्या ठिकाणी केलं जातं. तर अशा बऱ्याच ह्या याच्यामध्ये प्राईस बाबत गोष्टी असतात. त्याच्यानंतर डिलेवरी झाल्यानंतर किंवा डिलेवरीच्या अगोदरच तुम्ही ती गोष्ट जी पैसे जे आहेत ते पेड करायचे असतात. अशा वेगवेगळ्या प्रोडक्ट बाबत त्या ठिकाणी असतं. त्याच्यानंतर प्लेस जी आहे डिस्ट्रीब्युशन्स ऑफ प्रॉडक्ट दो स्टोर्स अँड अदर आउटलेट्स, फ्लिपकार्ट्स फॉर एक्झाम्पल. त्याच्यानंतर फोर्थ एलिमेंट्स आहे मार्केटिंग मिक्सचा प्रमोशन्स, ॲडव्हर्टायझिंग, सेल्स, प्रमोशन्स, पब्लिक रिलेशन्स, पर्सनल सेलिंग. Companies use specific set of marketing mix just to convey and delivers the value to target segments. For example, motor. The use of mobile handset is only irritating platform to deliver the product using executive or free platforms have certain benefits as well loss for the company, but may be in congress with the company's marketing objective. Next is social responsible marketing. Essence of marketing is to satisfy the need of consumer, but that does not mean at the cost societal interests and environment. For example, products such as cigarette satisfy the consumer need but are harmful to the human health. Low cost electronic equipment can satisfy the need of consumer but may be having major negative impact on the environment. Societal marketing concept. The marketing concept means require marketers to fulfill the needs of target audience in a way that improve, preserve, and enhance society's well-being while simultaneously meeting business objectives. Next point is technology and consumer behavior. Technology has made many things easier and accessible to the consumers. Technology has increased the reach of marketers to place where it was not possible before. Relations of internet and mobile-based applications has enabled consumer with more options. For example, if a person wants to watch movie, he or she can just log into my show, look for the movie and theater options, select the movie, and theaters can be do the payment by using online banking. Consumer receive the message with the seat number and timing of the move. This example show that how technology has changed the interactions between consumer and the marketers. Technology has also helped in developing the two-way communication channel between marketers and consumers. Traditional advertising in one-way mode of communication using by marketers. On the other hand, using of social media, blogs, and other online activities has enabled marketers to develop two-way communication channels. For instance, consumer can watch a preview of the product and marketers can use it to develop the product and know the consumer attitude towards the product. One of the major implementations of technology in digital marketing is used by the marketers to create brand equality the following ways. डिजिटल मार्केटिंगच्या टेक्नॉलॉजी त्याचे काही ब्रँडच्या इक्विटी दिलेले आहे. फर्स्ट वेज आहे त्यामध्ये क्रिएटिंग स्ट्रॉंग ब्रँड असोसिएशन्स, नेक्स्ट क्रिएटिंग फेवरेबल ॲटिट्यूड, next creating an overall prescriptions of the brand using group behavior of identify like-minded groups using power of self-concept capturing new segments. Digital marketing tools such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, mobile-based apps provide marketers the opportunity to achieve above mentioned objectives. Besides, technology has also enabled marketers to deliver customized message to the consumer or consumer groups. Why study consumer to beware? First, the consumer behavior is where are you touched by ads most during a typical day. The internet, the radio, television, magazines, newspaper, marketers need to know what their consumers do. First, consumer behavior determines the economic health of a nation. Next, consumer behavior determines the success of marketing programs. Third, consumer behavior determines the economic health of everyone. Fourth, consumer behavior helps formulations public policy. Fifth, consumer behavior affects personal policy. Consumer value, satisfactions, and irritation. Next point. Consumer satisfactions, consumer value, satisfactions, testing. First, आपण पाहणार आहोत. What is mean by consumer value? Consumer value is the ratio between consumers receive benefits, the resource they use to obtain those benefits. The reserved benefits are economical, functional, and psychological, and resource used by consumer are time, money, efforts, and psychological resource. Second, consumer satisfaction. Consumer satisfaction is refers to consumer satisfactions of the programs, sorry, promotion, performs of the product or service in relations to their extensions include we expand to the help the following equations delighted consumer prescriptions, consumer extensions, satisfaction, consumer prescription, consumer extensions, dissatisfaction, consumer prescriptions, and consumer extensions. When customer prescription is greater than consumer extensions, the consumer fee delight, whereas paid consumer prescriptions and consumer respected in then customer feel satisfied and when consumer prescriptions is less than the consumer extensions, then consumer is dissatisfied. Consumer patience involves an annual consumer connections into long-term consumer relationship by making it in the best interest of consumers to stay with the company rather than switch to another. We would say that it's a very economical to retail into consumer than to win the new one. Technology enables marketers to improve the consumer engagements with the brands with in a result provide consumer relationship and helping consumer patients. For example, universities can use technology in their classrooms and can image the study classroom express by providing online content and behind the class text material to understand the any concepts easily. It has been found that there are two forms of consumer engagements with makers: emotional bond and transactional bond. Emotional bond represents a consumer high level of personal commitment and attachment to the company. Transactional bond commercial structures that facilitate the exchange between consumer and the marketers. Next, emotional transactional relationship. Marketers need to understand the delivery state of consumer satisfactions and objectives of consumer when executing emotional and transactional relationship. Company need to understand how to make consumer to stay along with particular product, service, or brand. Sakshi found four types of emotional and conditional based consumer say relationship. It can be easily understand by figure, like physical commissions, familiar commission, where toy customers and brands. Low and high. Next, studies have found characteristics of companies' online websites important for buyer-seller relationship. Those are as follows: first is adaptation, second is interactivity, third lucrative commitment made for assessment, transactions essay, investment, loyalty, interior, and trust. These determinants are emotional, engagements, and transactional assessment and transactions is in natures. Consumer loyalty and satisfactions, enthusiasm and variety by may research that consumers who are delighted or satisfied with any particular product, service, or brand and its purpose alone opposite to if consumers who are not satisfied with the product, service, or brand tend to look for other options that switch to competitors' offerings. Uh, Following is characteristics based on their loyalty. Loyalty first is loyalty. Satisfied consumer as spread position positive word of mouth. Companies should continue to deliver the satisfactions of loyalties. Second, B factors. Merely satisfied feel nutrient can switch to competitors. Companies should focus on the satisfactions of defectors. Third, terrorists dissatisfy and spread negative word of mouth about brand. Companies should look for way to get rid of terrorists. Fourth, hostage dissatisfied but have no other options due to monopoly. or lower price, companies should not entertain hostage too much and should get rid of the fake mercenaries. Highly satisfied but not loyal can shift competitors for low price. Define the satisfaction loyalty. Regional companies should understand these consumers and develop the strategy for having an emotional bond and loyalty. Marketers should classify customer based on probability. One of the studies has divided consumers in following categories. First, platinum customers, highly probability and highly desirable. Gold customers, probability and desirable. Iron customers, low profit but desirable. Red customers, unprofit and undesirable. Challenge for the future. There are many challenges in front of marketers with respect to the consumer behavior analysis, gathering and interpreting, correcting the information on the organization's need to meet the specific needs of organizations in the 21st century, develop effective consumer research methods to keep abreast of the rapid change in consumer trends and lifestyle. Fourth, third is understanding the consumer behavior from a broader perspective as an important part of life in its own life. Fourth, new technology-driven communications platform are double-edged sword. Next point is the consumer behavior and interdisciplinary. Uh, Four disciplinary is consumer behaviors. First is psychology, second is sociology, and third is anthropology, and fourth communications. Psychology means it is the study of human mind and the mental factors that affect behavior, means personality, traits, perceptions, learning, experience, and attitudes. Second, sociological, it is the study of development, structure, functioning, and problems of human society. Third, anthropology, it is the study of comparison of human societies, culture, and development. And fourth, communications. It is the study of communication process, which is the process of imparting or exchanging information personality or though media channels and using prescriptive strategy. For understand the consumer, companies need to bring out experts from psychology, sociology, anthropology, and communications at signal a place. All these four disciplines work together for achieve the marketing objective. They should give equal value to each discipline. Next one is the consumer decisions making model. In this chapter, important points is consumer decision marketing model. A consumer decision marketing model can be seen as the combinations of three different connecting stage, input stage, process stage, and output stage. This three stage is important. Figure 1.2 explain the basic structure of consumer decisions making. First stage, input stage. This stage includes consumer in recognize the needs and conceit of communications efforts of marketers. Second process stage. In this stage, consumer decisions making process take place based on the various psychological attributes of consumer. Next, output stage. After designing for the purpose, consumer goes for proactivities, purpose, behavior, and post-purchase evaluations. Input stage includes marketing mix, product, price, place, and promotions used by marketers, various communication source used by consumer, advertising, push, agent, customized message, social media, word of mouth, advice, and recommendations, and input. Social culture includes reference groups, family, social class, culture, and subculture of the consumer affecting consumer decisions making and other of needs. Process stage includes multi-steps consumer decisions making process, need recognitions, types of need, prayer purchase, information search, relations of purchase, alternative, psychological increase of consumer motivation, personality traits, prescriptions, attitudes, and learning stage and ability of consumer knowledge and experience. Output stage include either purchase or no purchase. So purchase may be an outcome of various inputs such as price, questions, and other. After the purchase, consumer go for the post purpose relations of the decisions. If consumer feels satisfied, he or she may go for repurchase, otherwise no repurchase. Next. Summary. Basic idea of marketing is to satisfy the need of consumer with the relations of marketing concept. It has been observed that companies how now focus on the consumer retentions, loyalty of consumer is one of the questions in front of companies to answer. If companies delivers value to the consumer and its exists the consumer expectations that consumer feel satisfied. Once the consumer is satisfied, it is assumed that he or she will be loyal to the product, service, or brand. In line with this loyalty, attentions of the consumer depends upon the emotional and transactional bonds of the relationship. Understanding the complementing behavior of consumer involves four disciplines: psychology, sociology, anthropology, and communication. In this chapter, main key terms is consumer behavior, consumer culture, anthropology, consumer marketing concept, original concept, and personal consumer. In this chapter, main important question is describe the internship between consumer behavior and marketing concept. Describe the role of technology in managing the exchange between marketers and consumer. Discuss the relationship among consumer expectations and the satisfactions, resume value and customers retention. Why customer relations is important for the company, how marketers can handle the various challenges of consumer behavior. Explain with example. Finish the first unit. Second unit is the simulations, targeting, and positions. In this chapter, uh, learn main point is marketing significance and effective targeting, characteristics of simulations, basis of simulations, beware targeting, positions, and repositioning visual mapping. In this chapter, main objective is to discuss the process of simulations, targeting, and position. Second objective, know various criteria of simulations. Third, define targeting, discuss positioning, And what objectives discuss position, definitions, and repositioning of products. In this chapter, market segmentation, targeting, and positions (STP) are the basic tools used by the marketers. This unit will discuss the segmentations of market based on certain characteristics. Another focus of this unit is targeting. This unit will also discuss the process of positioning. Positioning is the process by which company creates a distinct image in the mind of customers for its product, service, and brand. Next, market segmentation and effective targeting. Each customer has different needs, wants and desires. Also, each customer has different background, education's level and experience. Hence, companies need to look for the offering that can match with the needs of different groups of customers or segments. For example, Maruti Suzuki has Alto 800 for the first time users in the lower price range. Maruti Suzuki also has Swift and Swift Desire in the other categories to meet the demand for of higher income of customer having different set of needs. Maruti also has some more product in higher price range similar. Some companies want to cater only one or two segments of the market. For example, Mercedes Benz target only with class of customers. Next is the characteristics of significance. Characteristics of segments before going into the segment identification process, students should first understand that not all segments are probably to be an effective target segment. It should possess following characteristics. First, a segment should be identified, sizable, stable and growing, reachable, progress with the marketer's objective and resource. First, identifiable. Market divide market into exo segment on the basis of common need by using the demographic, lifestyle, and other factors. These factors are named the basis of for segmentations. For example, in demographic segmentations, marketers use gender, age, ethically to segment the market. Marketers also use questionnaires to know that demographic information such as education, marital status, occupations, and income. In these types of segments identify are very clear and measurable. Sizable, profitable segment should have enough number of consumer. A segment can be identified but may not be sizable. For example, marketer divide the market based on educations and wish to target female customer having PhD degree in village states. These segments identified but may not suitable in a particular territory. Third, stabilizable and fourth, reachable and fifth, congregate marketers objective. And this is marketers may not be willing to target each and every segment even if the segments specify specific criteria. For example, early Mahindra did not consider shooter segment as one of the target segments because these not be congress with the Mahindra objective. Now Mahindra changed its strategy and its marketing objective at launch. Mahindra was the scooter segment. Start the lecture. Let's clear basic for simulations. Principle of Panaha. Okay, thank you very much.